Episode lucky number 11. Welcome to the Human Man Show. Although we must warn you that we have neither the bold-headed quips of Bruce Willis nor the God-impersonating vocals of Morgan Freeman.
Go and find them, you are a reporter.
Do we need to explain our sound this week? You did this to yourself, guys.
Go and find them, you are a reporter.
Thank you for tuning in last week, where we exposed our first sex offender and... What? Sorry, I'm just getting word from our production team saying that our signal was hacked last week by another show, and I guess we should be sorry about it.
Go and find them, you are a reporter.
Before we start with the giggles, we want to send a special goodbye to Aretha Franklin and Kofi Annan for their lives of servitude to the people. After the death of such seemingly perfect individuals, all sorts of rumors start to circulate, but keep in mind the fact that these people did so much good in a world that had or didn't have Bin Laden, George Bush, Josie Beats, and that guy that used to sweep contestants off the floor at the Apollo Theater. That man is definitely going to hell.
Go and find them, you are a reporter.
The newly crowned Rasta gangster Alex Mulyokele was spotted out and about with what appeared to be dreadlocks. The Human Man would like to say two things about this development. Firstly, this has to be the greatest rebrand of all damn time. And secondly, I remand.
Go and find them, you are a reporter.
From one man doing the right thing to another man that is absolutely not doing the right thing. Listen closely as a reporter tries his level best to ruin an otherwise beautiful story about a boy that sells footballs that he makes with condoms. See, even I can make this story sound appealing. I haven't been to journalist school, by the way, so how is it that I know that if I threw a motivational background here, I would be able to talk about this boy as though he's the breadwinner of the family. He builds footballs. These footballs are made of condoms. His poverty has not stood in the way of his creativity. How is it that this guy missed all that?
He is 15 years old. He lives in Garden Compound in Lusaka, Zambia. Fred doesn't go to school. Fred is on a mission. He wants to buy condoms. He needs at least 3 or 4.
Poendo gula condoms vamanivutisa chifukwa magula chapi. Kagula condom maendo bisama.
Fred has a special talent. Many young people love to play with bouncing balls, but not many balls can bounce. Fred can make a bouncing ball.
Balls, huh? That's all you heard. Balls.
Go and find them, you are a reporter.
We're back on the other side with the Human Man Show's first ever artist profile, and if you paid attention to this episode's artwork, then you were definitely prepared for this.
It's your boy Cooney, and you are tuned in to the Human Man Show. Enjoy.
As wide as the back of time. That's how far man has gone to find the answer to the question, would you murder for a burger? Would you? We would. We would absolutely murder for a murder burger. The murder burger is packed with all the juicy things in life. Love, the sound of a laughing baby during the daytime and not at creepy hours. Joy, and a sprinkle of fresh hope. Call today and order your murder burgers for Lusaka residents from Doise Zero on 0964 426 837. That's 0964 426 837.
260. Sublimi delizie comodamente a casa tua.
Yeah, dig.
Alright, now listen closely, Smooth IK. Here's how you profile an artist. I wasn't even in the same room as he was, but I can ask him a question like, how is he doing this afternoon? And have him respond like this.
This afternoon I'm feeling like a stuffed sausage because I'm being more of a foodie than actually going to the gym.
And he, being a true creative, gives off an aura of mystique that I can then capitalize on to ask my next question. Are you paying attention, Smooth IK? This is Journalism 101. So then my follow-up question would then be to further open up his psyche by asking him what is listening to right now.
My favorite song right now is God is a Woman by Ariana Grande.
See, that's how...
And Tony Braxton's Long as I Live.
Right. See, that's how...
And Shekinah's Please Miss.
Whoa, dude.
Okay, I've stopped. There's too many good songs this year.
That's actually true, and the Human Man Show totally agrees with you as far as the quality of music that has been released since the winter of 2017. Eminem, Sci-Hi, Beyonce, and Jay-Z, both together and separately. Drake, Pompey, Bobby East has an album coming, Mike Burner has a solid project, and we're also happy for the albums that have not dropped. I'm looking at you, Rough Kaida.
Go and find them in the UI reporter.
Back to how to do an interview. I would then ask my artist something more socially related. For example, if you're a political candidate, what would your party be called and what would its slogan be? To which he would reply,
Okay, my party would be called the People's Party for Change, the PPC. And my slogan would be Ignorance Uko.
Ignorance Uko. Indeed. Speaking of course, some people have recently said things like social media is altering how human beings interact. The question I would ask Kuni is whether you think it's for the good or the bad.
I think the more we use social media, definitely we're becoming less human and less humane. I'm one of those people who literally struggles to put my phone down. But hey, at least now we're being taxed for it, so yay.
Oh, this isn't that kind of show, man. On this show, we absolutely respect our people's valiant efforts to do more good than bad so that we don't notice just how much bad they're doing. And we're not even being sarcastic about that. Seeing as I've now picked up my artist's playful nature and how he's utilizing shock value and wit, I would then ask Kuni what he thinks is the world's most overrated food. Oga family, close your ears.
The world's most overrated food is definitely shawarma, like bye. I can't deal.
Sure enough. And then I would ask him something like, what's the most important part of a band? Because I know he does music with a band.
The most important part of a band is a little someone called synergy. There has to be synergy for any band to work and to stand out.
Now that we have him comfortable enough to make such statements, just because he didn't want any member of his band to feel insignificant, we can now ask him what he wishes the first impression people had of him was.
I think the first impression I wish people would have of me is always basically whichever one they have, because it tells me a lot about myself and it tells me a lot about them.
Alright, now here's a tricky one. Imagine if I put him in a position to have to answer what sport he would delete if he had a chance to delete one sport on Earth. He'd probably say something like this.
If I had a chance to delete one sport on Earth, I would definitely get rid of entertainment wrestling, WWE. I don't see the point of fake wrestling. Like, I don't see the why? Down with entertainment wrestling.
At this point, I would deliberately skip the opportunity to ask my artist whether he would still look at entertainment wrestling as a boring sport if he realized that it's a television show about a television show about wrestling, and it has been acted out in front of live audiences for 20 years plus. That would pale the relevance of shows like Game of Thrones, or for some reason, because apparently Game of Thrones is realer than wrestling, even though if Jon Snow stayed in the cold for that long, he would have caught pneumonia. What's important is my artist's comfortability, so I'll continue to ask him a more revealing question, like, what does he wish interviewers would ask him?
No one has ever asked me what I care about most in this world, and my answer is clarity and understanding, because I think those two things open up a world of other good things. So yeah, clarity, understanding.
And now you can throw in a theme that would have you, the listener, debate via the hashtag #TheHumanManShow on social media. What 5 artists would you get to fill up Heroes Stadium?
Mumpy, Cleo Ice Queen, Sheffy, Slap D, and